I'm gonna kind of wipe the tip. No. Hey guys, so today's video is going to be just a chill, chatty get ready with me. I tried to think of all these different video ideas and I sat there and I was stressing out about it and I thought, this is stupid. I just need to sit down and film. What I really want to do is a very gloomy day outside today. So I just want to sit down and put my makeup on and not like have it be a big thing. I think sometimes as YouTubers, we feel like we need to do the biggest and coolest and best video that's out there and like it needs to bring a million new eyes onto us. And like sometimes I just want to nurture the audience that I have. Sometimes I just want to sit down and talk with my friends. And that's what I feel like I want to do today. So that's what we are gonna do today because this is my YouTube channel. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I used the Amika High Tide Deep Waver today. I'm partnering with them again on today's video. I talked about them recently when I showed you guys their smooth operator set, and this is another tool that they have, which is the Deep Waver. This is basically like one of those barrel wavers. And you know what's so interesting about these? It's so funny to me that these are making a comeback because I had one of these as a kid. I used it every single day of my childhood. So Mary-Kate and Ashley like used to be my absolute life, and they used to curl the top of their hair but then leave the bottom of it straight. And so I remember I started doing that at school. I used to take my waver and I would wave the top of my hair but leave the bottom straight. And I remember one day my friend Lauren came over and she said, "Did you forget to curl the rest of your hair?" And I was like, what? Yeah, I was definitely like just interrupted in the middle of doing my hair. It's definitely gonna finish it. I was so embarrassed, and so I never did my hair like that again. I used to use one of these wavers every single day, all throughout middle school, up into high school. I have seen these making a huge comeback recently. So that's what I used. I just showed you guys how I did it. So I started off by drying my hair with the Amika hair dryer that came in the smooth operator set that I got. I also like to like take mine and flip it upside down so that not all of the waves are exactly the same. And then it just kind of looks like soft and beachy. Also, you could take and brush through it at the end, or like take maybe like the straightening brush and just kind of gently go through it to make it look almost like less effort. They're so fast. If you don't love curling your hair or you want like that beachy look, the wavers are where it's at. And then I sprayed my hair quickly with the Amika Fluxus Touchable Hairspray, and that's it. Super simple, easy, straightforward, to the point, quick. If you guys are interested in checking it out, I will have it listed in the description of this video. Thanks again to Amika for sponsoring me in this video, and now it's chat. Put some makeup on. I think I'm gonna try the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation again. I'm not sure if the video where I used this went up first. I think it might have. If it is, I'll link it up here. If not, it'll be coming next, I believe. I did like it. I wanna kind of try mixing it with other things and, you know, seeing how I like it. But as of the first time, I think it went pretty good. I am gonna do my skin first today because my eyes are gonna be pretty natural. So I'm not that worried about it. I broke out a lot on my chin, and the only thing I really did different was this foundation. So I do wonder if that's what caused me to break out, because it's really the only different product that I've been using on my skin recently. And so, I don't know, I got like really inflamed on my chin area down here. So I don't know, see if it's this. I guess if I break out even more after this, we'll see if it was this foundation. So I woke up with a cluster headache this morning, but my headaches have been way better recently. I'm gonna knock on wood because I don't, you know, I don't wanna jinx it, although I don't know if that's even a thing. I woke up with one this morning, and I had one 2 days ago too, which is crummy. But my headaches have been so much better recently. I don't know why. Just I go through, you know, cycles where they're either really good or really, really bad. Usually January is the absolute worst for me, like kind of mid-January. It almost happens every single year. They go in cycles. You know, I've noticed this really weird thing is that I get a hideous cluster headache every single full moon. I've been tracking it for the last few months, and every time that it is a full moon, I step outside and I'm like, damn it, I had a cluster headache today. This one today is feeling particularly not good. Like I took my medicine this morning and it isn't really helping me all that much. I mean, I feel better, but still not great. Not to complain about my health, but you know, it is what it is. So it goes through times where I'm feeling really good and then times where I'm feeling pretty crummy. And these last few days have been a little bit crummy. I've also noticed it's directly correlated to my stress, and right now some stuff's happening that you guys will find out soon enough, and it's really stressful. Good, but stressful. Sometimes that's the thing that I feel kind of guilty about, being stressed about good things, but it doesn't have to just be a bad thing to be stressful. It's just having a lot of things on your plate that can be also really stressful. So that's me. I'm one of those people that the less I have going on, the better my mental state. And I don't know why that is. But see, I'm using just not like a ton of foundation today. I probably only used pump and a half worth. And I'm liking the coverage that this is giving me. It's not full coverage by any means. If you're having a more natural day, you might really like this foundation for that purpose, because it does just like, I don't know, just enough coverage to look nice. And the finish looks really nice and skin-like. It just is almost like my perfect level of coverage for an everyday. So my kitty was having, oh my gosh, he's a love of my life. You guys know this. I've talked to you about a few of his health things, but he has, it's my cat Mad Eye, which I think you guys mostly all should know him by this point, but I'm gonna put a video up here where I'm showing you. It's probably filmed it like 7 years ago now, and so it's been a long time. I haven't done an updated video on him. I've had a lot of people request lately for me to do a video about my cats. Would you guys actually be interested in that? People are like, we want to meet your cats and get to know them and their personalities. I'm like, would actually anybody watch that? I don't know that I would watch somebody's video on their cats, but if you guys are actually interested, I could certainly film something like that as like a little bonus video. They are the light of my life. So Maddie was really, really sick. Like, he has, I've told you guys about this before. This is a different story, but I have to give a little bit of backstory on it. He has a teeth condition called feline resorptive lesions, which means that his teeth like resorb into his gums. It's really severely painful. And at first we thought it was stomatitis, but the thing is that he has a very, very severe case of feline asthma as well. And he's a sick little boy. If you guys didn't know, I found him in a ditch like 8 years ago. His eye was popped out of his head and he had a severe, severe, severe upper respiratory infection. And because of that, he just had a really rough start to life. He was almost dead when he was found. They almost euthanized him at the vet because he was so bad off. So we got him healthy, you know, surgery, all that kind of stuff. Like, we did everything that we could for him. I had him on antibiotics for, I think a solid month before he could even go in for surgery, because he was just not healthy enough to undergo surgery to remove his eye. So he had to deal with like an eye popped out for a month. It was really, really bad, but he was okay. He was such a little trooper. My little lovey buggy. I cannot even believe that that was the same kitty. Like that's my son, that he had to deal with that. Oh my God, it hurts me so much. But so anyway, we got him healthy through all that, got his eye removed. He's been on prednisolone, which is like a little different version of a prednisone, which is a corticosteroid. He's been on that for 7 years, once a day. And it takes care of his asthma. Sometimes he has asthma attacks, but most of the time he is okay, because I have removed every single possible issue for asthma attacks from my house. Like, I don't use perfumes hardly ever. If I do, I spray them when I go outside. Like, I bring them with me in the car and spray them outside. My face is looking incredibly patchy. Probably because I didn't set my foundation at all before I did that. I use dust-free litter for him, and we have air purifiers and humidifiers. Like, I do everything that I can to make sure that his little lungs are as well taken care of as I can. And he's been really good. Like, he maybe only has an asthma attack every now and again, but something about this winter, and I don't know what it is, has been really rough on him. And I don't know why this specific year has been bad. And maybe it's because we remodeled last year. So like the dust from the drywall and stuff like that, maybe it got down into the heaters and is blowing up through the heaters. And I talked to the doctor that I take him to, and he did say that this time of year is particularly bad because the heater kicks on, but most years he's okay. This year he has been having asthma attack after asthma attack after asthma attack. And some days he was having like 5 or 6 a day. I was researching like, what does an asthma attack feel like for anyone, like for a human? And they were saying it feels like catching your breath through a straw. And I thought, oh my God, that sounds absolutely terrible. Like, that sounds terrible. It sounds so scary and painful and panicky. And so I took him into the vet. I do have an inhaler for him. I just, I haven't had to use this in a really long time. I need to get a new head for it because this one's been sitting here. I need to like boil it and sanitize it because I just pulled this out. This is his inhaler. It's called AeroCat, and you like stick it over his face and you shoot like the bronchodilator in there, which is, I think it's Flovent. That might be what it's called. It's albuterol, which like opens up his airways. It's the same thing. It's an inhaler that you would give humans, but you use the same thing on a cat and it gives him a little lesser of an amount and it opens up his airways. I haven't had to give him his inhaler yet because I took him to the vet last week, and because I had bumped him up to twice a day steroids, which I haven't had to have him on twice a day steroids for a really long time because he's been managed at once a day. So I bumped him up to twice a day and it was not helping at all. In fact, he was just struggling. But anyway, I took him to the vet last week and the doctor prescribed him an antibiotic because he was like, I think he might have a secondary lung infection, because usually bumping him up to twice a day would get rid of his asthma attacks. And he's like, I think he might have like a secondary infection in his lungs. Started him on an antibiotic and immediately he was so much better. He's not perfect. He did have one asthma attack, but instead of having like 5 or 6 a day, he's down to like 1 in the last week, which is incredible. I feel so happy for him because he was struggling so bad, and I have always just bumped him up to twice a day. That was always the protocol. Like when he starts having more attacks in the fall and winter, bump him up to twice a day, and that's always helped, but this time it didn't. So we got him the antibiotic and he's been so much better, and we've got 2 air purifiers now, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs, and a humidifier, and he's been so much better. So anyway, that was the longest story to say that my kitty is doing better. You guys didn't even know about the asthma attacks because his teeth, he needs to get a bunch of teeth removed because he has that teeth condition, but he cannot go under anesthesia. Like the veterinarian was like, do not put him under anesthesia because he will not make it, because his lungs are so bad right now that with the asthma and the change of the seasons, he gets really bad during the fall and winter, that the anesthesia, he probably wouldn't survive it because he has lower airway disease, you know? And so it's really risky to put him under anesthesia and be intubated and all that. So we have to wait for a while with that, but he's eating really well again. He's got an appetite. He's active. He's having less asthma attacks. So I am the happiest mom. I'm so happy. I just am like, I worry about him so much because he's just such a fragile little boy. Like he's just so small and so good. And I just want him to be happy. Thank God for that. That is something that I was really stressing out about. I was feeling so just sick to my stomach because, you know, he can't tell you what he's feeling. All you can do is just try to help him, and it's just so sad when animals are sick because they can't tell you what they're feeling, and he wished so badly that they could. He's doing so much better. So for anyone wondering, he's doing good. He still has his teeth. We can't get them out until the veterinarian clears him for that. And usually that would probably be in like the spring. He's had this condition his entire life and we've been avoiding doing it. Like it was always at the advisory of the veterinarian that we don't do it until absolutely necessary because it's so risky to put him under anesthesia. So that won't be till probably like the spring or summer of next year, just depending on how his attacks are. That's usually when he's the best though, like his asthma attacks, like if he even gets them. Like sometimes he doesn't even get them at all for months and months and months on end. Of course, when I have him on once a day pred, which is not good for him as well. It's an immune suppressant, so being on corticosteroids all the time suppresses their immune system. But I talked to the doctor about that because I was feeling extremely guilty about having him on this medicine all the time. And he said, you know, you can either have him on the medicine and it'll weaken his immune system, but really at the end of the day, we've never had any issues with that other than like sometimes he'll, you know, like this secondary lung infection, or that's really it. He's like, so you can either have him on the medicine or he'll die. I was like, okay, that makes me feel better because he can't breathe. You know, he has such bad asthma that if he isn't on this medicine, he won't be okay. And that made me feel better because I was feeling so guilty about knowing that he's on a medication long term that's not good for him. But it is good for him because it's what makes him be able to breathe. So I need to remember that he wouldn't have made it this long if, you know, if he wasn't taken care of. So his life has already been incredibly prolonged to what it would have been. And I have to remember that because I feel such extreme guilt. I always want to make sure that my animals are so well taken care of. And I feel like sometimes having him on this medicine is bad for him, but the doctor made me feel so much better and being like, no, you are saving him. So it made me feel good. Thank God, because I'm such a stress case. So that's that. Health out of the way. I decorated for Christmas. I only put my Christmas tree up. I didn't get any other decorations done, but it feels nice to have the Christmas tree up and I am feeling more in the holiday spirit. We've been watching Christmas movies and I love them so much. We've been watching Home Alone, Christmas with the Cranks, which honestly, that seemed like a type of movie that I didn't think I was gonna like, but I really, really love it. I've seen it now like 10 times, but because, okay, I have this weird thing where I have a hard time watching movies. Let me know if any of you guys are like this. I have a hard time watching movies where everything goes wrong. Okay, I'll use Superbad as an example. You know how like just throughout the entirety of Superbad, things are just going awry and things are going wrong and it's just like frustrating to watch because whereas one thing, like they'll be trying to do one thing like, oh, we need to get to this party. Oh no, we got arrested. Oh no, we got to do this. Oh no, the bottle breaks. Like it's just like everything goes wrong throughout the whole movie. I literally hate movies like that because they give me anxiety. And Christmas with the Cranks is really like that. However, there's something about that movie that it's like innocent in a way. It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it or you've been putting off watching it because the name of it like didn't draw you in, or you feel like it's the kind of movie you may not like, it's actually a really, really sweet movie. So I would recommend watching it if you haven't. I really, really enjoy it. It's one of Zach and I's favorites now. But we love the Santa Claus. We love Home Alone, The Holiday. The Holiday is the one I've seen the most of all of these this year. I've probably watched it like 30 times already. I love it so much. It's my background movie. It's the movie that I just love it. There's something about it. If you guys haven't seen it, it's such a good movie. Because Zach and I were asking each other like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And it's hard to say The Holiday because sometimes it doesn't feel like it's just a Christmas movie. It's kind of like a rom-com, but it is. It's so Christmassy, and it's up there with my favorites. We love the Santa Claus, we love Home Alone, and The Holiday. Those are like our favorites. Polar Express is amazing. Christmas with the Cranks is amazing, but I wouldn't call that like my ultimate favorite. What are your guys' favorite Christmas movies, and what are ones that you feel like it's not Christmas until you watch them? That's us with like the Santa Claus. I don't know what it is. Like The Holiday, I don't watch it all year so that I can binge watch it during this time of the year and get sick of it. I'm one of those people. There are some people out there that always want to watch only new movies. I am the exact opposite. I want to watch all the old movies that I know and love over and over and over again until I can't get sick of them. I'm not one of those people that can get sick of a movie I've seen like 8,000 times. The more I've seen it, the better. This is the Cocoa Crush color from the center, and lately I've kind of been doing this, like just taking it on a big brush and not like precisely putting it down, but just like gently running it along my eye like this so that there's no like definition to it at all. And it's not like pressed on with your finger, and it just makes it like, I don't know, it just makes the process go by so much faster and smoother. I don't know. I feel like I need to commit to my bangs and either fully go bangs or go no bangs. These bangs are like, I love them, don't get me wrong, but they are just long enough to drive me nuts and just short enough to drive me nuts. I need them to be like here or gone. And I don't want them to be gone because I actually like how they like frame my face. Like obviously, see what I'm talking about? They give me like bowl cut vibes right now. So I'm gonna need to like figure something like that out. I'm gonna go in with a little of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer again. I used this in a recent video, but I'm feeling like I wanna just go a little bit bronzier with my makeup today. I don't feel like I'm fully committing. How are you guys feeling about the holidays? I am feeling good about it. We're not Christmas getters. I don't know about you guys, but we give Christmas gifts, but we do not to each other. Zach and I haven't gotten each other Christmas gifts in probably like, years. We just don't, because I have everything that I feel like I need, and I don't need other people spending money on me. So we aren't like gift givers to each other, but we always give to like family and friends and everything. Do you guys get each other gifts? I don't know. There's just something about it that to me, it is nice to like get a gift every now and again, but I just don't, there's something about it with my husband that I don't know. I like to like go with him and buy gifts for other people instead of like buying gifts for each other. I don't know how you guys feel about that. The last time we bought each other gifts, I think was 6 years ago maybe, and I bought him like, I bought us bikes, and I bought him like video game stuff and all that kind of stuff, and then he bought me like Harry Potter stuff and makeup. That was back in the day, like when I first got my first makeup. That's how long ago it was that we bought each other gifts, was Naked 1 and Naked 2. So we know how long ago that was. Those were like new palettes, and they were like my first ever like high-end makeup products. So I've been really liking these lately. I talked to you guys about them. These are the Nikkia Joy lashes, and this is the Wispy set. It says right here, the Wispy set. And these are like a bunch of wispy lashes. So these are awesome. I'm gonna see which ones I want. These top ones that you see here, these honestly look so much like Risque lashes, which you guys know are like my favorite Cocoa lashes. I'm gonna try those and see what I think about them. If they're just too much, then I might go for the ones underneath them. They look exactly, like literally almost identical to Risque. Ooh, yes, these are Risque. Ooh, I love that. Risque lashes are literally one of my top favorite. They're so, so, so beautiful. And sometimes they're just a little too uneven because they're like handmade, which is awesome. But some of them are like real spiky and separated, and some of them are like fluffy and beautiful. So I don't know, these look a lot more uniform. I might just do a bold lip today. That's what I'm feeling. I kind of want to do like a red lip and like very natural eyes. These are 100% like a better version of Risque. Oh, wow. These are lovely. These are lovely. Perfect. Oh, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. They're like almost more natural looking than risque. They're not so like chunky. Beautiful. I love these. I'm gonna throw the other one on real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so lashes are on and I feel like this look really came together with it. It's super simple, like very, very understated eyes, but I wanna like really do a beautiful deep red lip. I'm feeling like that today and I probably will change out of this yellow shirt so that's not very McDonald's. So that will be happening. I'm probably just gonna throw like a black sweater on. Maybe a turtleneck. Maybe I love that idea. Hold please. You know what? Don't hold please. Check out my Instagram to see how that all is, because I will be posting a photo of this look and hair and outfit and whole thing that comes together on Instagram. So do head over there because it will be up if this video is up. So I want like a really deep lip. I don't know. This is On Ice from ColourPop. I'm feeling like I want to go in that direction versus like a really bright red. I'm gonna go look through my lip collection and see what I have that's like really deep and kind of like a dark blood red, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the lipstick that I think I want to go in with. This is the exact color that I wanted. This is from Eldridge, and this is the Velvet Jazz lipstick. This came out last year, and if you can see up close just how the texture of this is, it has like this very unique velvet texture. You can see I've worn it over the top of a lipstick. I'm gonna kind of wipe the tip. No, it broke. It broke off and landed on the floor. It landed on the floor. Lisa? Manic. This is like coveted. This lipstick is like, the reason I don't use you is because you're too beautiful and then you're gonna just break on me like that? How absolutely dare you? Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry. Well, I wanna use you still though. I'm just still gonna put lip liner on and just hope that I can make it work. I'm devastated right now and I don't like it. I'm upset. This is the Overtime lip liner from ColourPop. Color Mom, save me now. I cannot believe that just happened. Any other lipstick that could have happened to and I'd be like, you know, things happen, but Lisa Eldridge, really? Feel it work? Oh, it's so beautiful, Lisa. It's just moving around. It's just like totally broken in there. Okay, I need to fix my lip line big time. Oh, it's just so annihilated. Heartbroken. Heartbroken. Okay, I'll never recover. Okay, I need to use some sort of like lip brush to like clean up those edges because those edges are looking rough. I want to take a little bit of my foundation on like a little brush and just sort of gently kind of clean up the edges. I don't want it to be lighter, so that's why I'm going with the foundation instead of a concealer. It's not perfect, but it is what it is, and I like it. I'm really happy to have like just these soft eyes and this beautiful red lip. This lip color is stunning. If you were able to pick it up, oh my god, lucky you. If yours didn't break, lucky are you. Lisa. But it is so beautiful, so beautiful. And I'm really happy with the way this look turned out. It's kind of exactly what I was going for. Just something more like muted and, I don't know, understated everywhere else, but just like so bold on the lip. I really love that. And I feel like it kind of worked for holiday. I'm gonna let go of this yellow shirt because this ketchup and mustard situation has gotta go. But I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and hopefully this video was just kind of like somewhat interesting to watch. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you guys are interested in checking out the Amika waiver, I will have it linked in the description of this video on Sephora. And I thank you so much to Amika for partnering with me again on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, I would really super appreciate it if you did, but I would also completely understand if you don't, okay? I get it. It's a difficult task. Sometimes I don't want to subscribe to people. It takes a lot for me to subscribe. And, you know, would I subscribe to me? Yes. Don't forget to go check out my Instagram to see the finished photo. Don't know what it's gonna look like yet, but I guarantee you it's gonna be pretty Christmassy, so be prepared. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! I haven't had to have him on twice-a-day steroids. Hello? When he starts having more attacks in the fall. We bought a couple of movies on Vudu, like, really? Really? Cars. Literally fuck off. Fuck off my street, it's mine.